piecemeal map of international living. My dad, Japan, my mom, Spain, and me, South Africa. Today's Monday, 31 March 2025, and I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers, Seattle, and I share a little bit about intergenerational living abroad in my family with a piecemeal map across my dad, who lived in Japan for multiple years when he was growing up, my mom, who lived in Spain, so I think kind of before her college years, and she went back to college. She went to college later, so kind of around that personal development, so to speak. And then me, I lived in South Africa when I was in college. I studied abroad, and so I would say here I'm not talking so much about the experience of living abroad, but the intergenerational nature there. My dad lived in Japan because his father was a fighter pilot in the United States of America Navy, and there were a number of people looking at my family tree who were in the military, and so living in the military can come with living in other places, and so there, in that sense, through the military, there's a intergenerational legacy of living outside the United States of America as well as inside the United States of America. Did it factor into me choosing to study abroad in South Africa? So did I carry on a legacy? And I would say my intent there may not have been the same for my mom or my dad. So my dad lived in Japan, which is in Asia. My mom was in Spain, which is in Europe, and then I lived in South Africa, which is in Africa. Was in Japan, was in Asia. And I would say yes, that the intent was a little bit different. I think for me, the draw to Africa was very much about nature. And for my dad, it was about family, and for my mom, it was kind of about the people in the place. So we each went to these places for a little bit of a different reason. However, it was enriching in the sense of giving us experience of living in a different country. And I was, my student visa was January to June 2012. And my mom was abroad for, I think, 4 months without leaving Spain. And my dad was abroad for like 3 years or something. So, yeah. And I did not leave Africa in my time in Africa. So, for at least that, yeah. So that is a piecemeal map of intergenerational living. My dad, Japan. My mom, Spain. Me, South Africa.